Many of our county's finest treasures lay buried beneath the earth. But why is that? Did the people of the past live deep beneath sea level? Or did they simply hide all of their wonderful possessions to try and keep them out of our greedy, grubby, jam-soaked midst? I suppose that's for the historians and the archaeologists to decide.
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. It's me, Sir Nigel Bickleworth, the voice coming out of your radio here on 2 Point Radio. Isn't it a beautiful day in this little county of ours? Not that I'd know, of course. No windows in the old recording booth. And while I have made several written requests to our management, this is actually just the way I like it.
The campus has opened a new building. Good for us.
Many of our
Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. The campus has opened a new building. Good for us. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Now taking students for archaeology. Announcement. The timetable is now live.
Now that's easy listening. The sound of 2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to 2 Point Radio, the place your ears call home. We've got a barnstorming show for you today, but before we kick down the door and go straight for the valuables, soak in some sonic excellence. Play that track and we'll be right back.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
In the news today, I seem to have sat on something sharp. We're not sure exactly what it is or what the consequences might be, but we'll update you as soon as we know more. Can you see it? Look at that. Is it in me? Tell me it's not in me.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Education is non-refundable. Staff are reminded to care about students. reminded to set reminders.
Wouldn't you know, I'd sat on a sprig of holly from yesterday's lunch. That's the risk you run when adding a little pizzazz to your meal. But that won't stop me. It's not the first piece of holly I've sat on, and it certainly won't be the last.
Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Waiter! Waiter! Oh, the service here is terrible. You could go out. Or you could stay in. With a bowl of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only hog log cereal combines 4 types of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. Is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. enjoy your summer. I know I will. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Students should check in before trying to learn.
Point Radio, the station that puts the stabilizers on the bike of your day. It's Ricky Hawthorne. The time is... Anyone got the time? No? They told me I'd regret putting sundials in the booth. There aren't even any windows, they said. Oh, how we laughed. More timeless radio after this silky little number.
Students are reminded to find themselves. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. There's a fly in here. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
Chef Ricky here, bringing you a morsel of the day. We all like a boiled egg, but wouldn't you love one on the go? Just imagine, you're stuck in traffic and bang! A boiled egg just for you. You see, eggs have a casing or shell that's perfect for keeping the eggs safe. Why, I've got 2 boiled eggs in my pocket right now. Give it a try.
Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives.
I've just eaten a pocket egg. How are you? I must remember to boil another batch and take them to my next book club meeting. Yes, I've been in a book club since I was a boy, and this is my 5th attempt at The Salty Minstrel, one of the county's first books. I really do struggle with the old language. In fact, I think the only words that are the same are salty and minstrel. You'd think it was enough, but it's not.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Would campus intruders please not come in? Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Skills are non-transferable.
It's time for the question of the week. We asked, which instrument is the funniest? We had some great replies, including quite a few we can't read on air. You're a vulgar lot, you really are. Knock knock. Who's there? The answer. The answer who? The answer is the trombone. Now that is funny. I'll be laughing until next time. Fare thee good and fare thee well. Good night.
It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. The academic year is now over. The yearly results are in. Classification, fine. The summer break would be a convenient time for construction. body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right. This is Harrison Wolf, bringing you the Harrison Wolf Power Hour. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about colleges lately. Lots of study here, learn so-and-so, qualification this and qualification that. But let me tell you something they don't want you to know. It's a scam. All of it.
Hard work may or may not pay off. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
We've all been quizzed at school, but what really happens during a test? You get a question, you write down your answer, and then some bozo tells you that you're wrong. But who's to say they're right? What's so great about their answers? If we've all got the same answers, then what's the point of there being so many of us, huh? I tell you, it's a crime that they make kids take their tests. Not a real criminal kind of crime, of course, but it's majorly uncool, and that's the kind of crime.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
I shouldn't have to tell you, but if Jumbo McNally's getting involved in something, you know it's bad. Jumbo University? Huh, what a racket. You can teach Mr. McNally a lesson by signing my petition to have him fired into space.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Students are asked not to ask questions.
New to the Crumley student range. Fish in a box. We at Crumley have been serving fish to 2 Point County for over 10 years. It's a proud tradition, and now it's a tradition in a box. Easy to cook. Wow! Tasty to eat. Wow! You're not sure what it is, but it's definitely in a box. Just like Mama used to make.
Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. The campus is expanding, even more than usual. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. We're approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. know where your class is it really worth going? End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? Enjoy your summer. I know I will.
You ever thought about why they're so keen to teach us to read? Think about it. So we can read what they write. Well, it makes so much sense when you think about it. It's just another way for them to control us. That's why I only trust the Daily Disorder for my news. They take the regular news and turn every word into an anagram, breaking down the code. You can't understand a thing. It's perfect.
Announcement. The campus just got bigger. Not necessarily better. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
You think I got into radio because of some fancy piece of paper? No, sir. Radio is pure jazz, man. It's alive and unpredictable. You can't just learn it. Sure, you could pay some big shot to tell you which buttons to press and when, and that's fine. But that's not radio. Not really. Here's another previously scheduled song that I didn't choose.
Announcement. The timetable is now live. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Plagiarism is not a belief system. Would campus intruders please not come in? If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you.
Here's a question from Kevin in Flottering. Hey Harrison, what was your favorite project in school? Well, it's a good question, and you gotta remember, just because education is a scam doesn't mean all those teachers are bad people. So, to answer your question, I used to like making the little volcano. It's pretty trippy to learn that volcanoes are full of vinegar, right? But how do we collect it safely? I don't know, but that's what they ought to be teaching us, man.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
I never went to college. At least, I don't remember going to college. Anyway, I turned out just fine. Join me at the same time tomorrow, when the day sun goes bye-bye and the spooky white beach ball casts down its dark favor on us all. Good night.
Students are asked not to ask questions. Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Would campus intruders please not come in? Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. Hard work may or may not pay off.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio. Forget what you're doing and give in to the saccharine melodies of my voice. I am Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and you may not know it, but you've just made a wonderful decision. The finest radio show in town, coming right up.
Students are reminded that some grades are personal. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. It's not your year, it's just another year. Students should check in before trying to learn. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
This week on Sir Nigel Reviews, we'll be talking about a modern beat combo, a group that call themselves the Helium Baboons. I must admit, while it may not be my usual cup of beef tea, for contemporary mindlessness, and that's what this is, it was not as bad as most of today's dirge and drivel. Helium Baboons, not as bad as I feared they would be. 2 shrugs out of a possible 5.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. The campus is expanding, even more than usual. Research project complete. Aren't you clever? Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
It's time for Spill the Tea, where we take some finely dried hearsay from our shameless county and strain it for all the precious nectar we can. Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge is under scrutiny for describing 2 Points youth as ambitionless nitwits, and I can see why. I can only hope that it's an abridged form of the full quotation. It would be remiss of him to forget that they are also loud, foolhardy, crass, smelly, and generally hopeless.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Where your class is it really worth going? asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
We all like a milkshake. But drinking too much milk can and will make you uncontrollably ill. Be safe and try to have very slightly less than that. This message is brought to you by the Milkmaid Corporation.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means. Students are reminded to find themselves. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying.
And now, for the results of last week's sonnet writing competition. I must say I was appalled, if not surprised. They were lacking structure, they were lacking soul. Some of you wouldn't know an I am from a dactyl. We'll be rolling the competition on to next week, so send in your sonnets. They can't get any worse.
The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. The academic year is now over. The yearly results results are in. Classification, fine. We've just completed a research project. Well done. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. The campus has opened a new building. Good for us. Staff are reminded to be inspirational.
My respect for those that choose chivalric and knightly pursuits. Well, it's really very large. The Bigglesworths, after all, come from a rich and prestigious line of people on and near horses. That being said, feudal aristocracy use their hands far too much for my liking. The swordsmanship, the adventuring. Have you ever held a lance? It's a chore. If you're so important, why are you doing all that work? Rule smarter, not harder.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Education is non-refundable.
It seems that Agatha Sphere and the Orb Foundation are targeting the county's colleges in an attempt to appeal to a younger demographic. Those orb-happy loons must be subdued at all cost. But wasting their time trying to brainwash our brainless students seems like a terrific diversion. I'm so glad we found a use for our horde of unwashed undergraduates.
Janitor to maintain lectern. Thank you. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose.
And now for the segment we call Agony Answers. You provide the agony and I'll provide the answers. This week's problem is from Helpless in Hogsport. I'm stuck in my bathroom. I think the doorknob fell off. What should I do? Well, I'd start by contacting someone under less anonymous circumstances. Perhaps a friend or the local authorities. Best of luck and so on.
The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Staff are reminded to care about students. intruders on campus. Oh no. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.